Hello and welcome to Monkey's Paper Palooza Craft Corner. Today we are going to start by unpackaging the My Monthly Hero kit for July 2019. Sorry we've been on a little break, but we are going to start by just unbagging this today, and next week we'll go into making cards with us. So we are going to open this up, and for once they really taped this thing shut well. But we're going to open it up and see what is inside. So I have taken a break of the kits for a while just so that we can see more wonderful products from different companies. But when I saw this kit, I had to get it because it was such a beautiful little silhouette kit with layering stamps. And honestly, I am such a fan of the silhouettes as well as the layering stamps by Hero Arts that I had to come back and get one. Now, of course, it's tied in this beautiful little raffia bow, but we have this kit, which is a stamp and die kit, and then we've got the packet, which has all the little extras that they usually add in their kit for $34.99. So let's start by opening up the little accessory kit, like I usually call it. And this one, they give you a lot of inks, an embossing powder, and some fun paper. So we're going to look at each content here, and I'm going to show you what they do and what the colors look like and stuff, so that you can get an idea if you have this kit, what you're going to get when you get it. So this is the embossing powder. It's called Blue Pearl. It looks very, very white, but we'll test it out, and I will show you what it comes out on both black and white paper. And then you get 5 cubes of their ink. And over the years, Hero Arts really has listened to the people who buy their kits. They started printing their names on it, and I'll show you in a little bit what I mean by that. So this one is Forest. This one is Cocoa. Lime Green. Got Dusty Blue and Sandstone. Now, let me just show you in a older ink pad. Before, they didn't write the names on it, so it was very hard to differentiate what the colors were. And a lot of people were forced to either label them on the sides, on the bottom, wherever way they could label them once they figured out the color. But now they're writing the names on there, which makes it twice as easy to know what color you're getting. Now, they also give you some very beautiful blue Hero Hues paper as well as a green Hero Hues. And this paper is super thick, so is very thick cardstock. Now let me just show you the colors of the inks. So we're going to start with the Sandstone. And we're just going to say, and as it dries, it lightens, of course. So when you first apply it, it looks very bright, but it will soften as it sinks into the paper because it is a dye-based ink. That is the Dusty Blue. This is, of course, the Lime Green, Cocoa, which is, of course, is going to be darker than the Sandstone. Very pretty. And then we have the Forest, which is going to probably very well live up to its name, being a darker green. Very beautiful. Now, one thing I will say about these inks is they are super juicy. Now, to me, sometimes stamping with them is not as wonderful. And you can see these colors correspond. Like you use the blue for the water, the green for the things, as well as the browns for mountains. And you can mix them up and have really good fun. Now, like I said, they're super juicy. So they, to me, work better for ink blending because their juiciness, they spread really nicely. But I do love them also for layering stamps. So since this has a layering stamp kit and it does spread out as it kind of sinks into the paper, it's fine with a layering stamp. You don't see the detail. But with sentiments, and I find with images, sometimes they're not as friendly. But layering and blending, they are awesome. Now I'm going to get some white paper out as well as some dark black paper just to show you what the Blue Pearl does on different colored papers. And I got a little star I just pulled out from one of my kits. and I'm just going to heat emboss this on both colors so that you get an idea of what the blue pearl will do and what it will look like on both kinds of cardstocks, whether it be dark or light. So we'll start on this one. We'll put a little bit of anti-static powder down on it just so that we don't have any of it stick where we don't want it, even though this is just a demo. All right, so get all this stuff ready and get my little coffee filter ready so that I can put this beautiful powder back on. Now, if I can get this open, there we go. Okay, you're going to put this down on there, and the consistency is very different than your detailed embossing powder. It's very granular, but I think that's what makes it melt nicely. So I'm using my Chandler heat tool, and when you heat it up on this one, it looks very blue, but you do get that shiny little look to it, almost metallic. Now let's see what it looks like on the white. Whether you get the same look or if you get something a little different. That up. Now this one is more true to the pearl. And if I can get it in the right light, I can show you the pearl iridescence. It's got like a blue iridescent texture to it. So what a contrast that you get between these two. One of them you're getting almost blue. And then the other one is white with a little bit of iridescence to it. So wow, you can use this on either one and get a fun result. I am a little amazed by that because usually pearls, you'll get more white on top of it, but this one seems like it takes the characteristics of what's behind it. Now let me show you closer up. This has like a granule, kind of like granulated sugar look to it. It's not smooth like it usually is. It has like little plastic coating in it, which I think was what gives you that beautiful pearl effect. You do get a lot just in the little packet. You get the beautiful inks, you get the paper, you get this fun pearl embossing powder. So let me just lay everything out here so you can see what we've got in here and get an idea of what everything's going to look like. All right, so there's that pearl, and I'll show you one more time. Maybe I can get a better angle of it if I'm further away. There, you can sort of see the pearl. It's got like a pearlescent blue shine. Now, I feel that would be really pretty in the water as the reflection, or even in the sky. I don't know, all kinds of fun things you can do with that. Now let's look at the stamp kit because this is what Hero Arts is really known for, is their beautiful stamp sets. And first thing you're going to see is we got this beautiful raffia, which you can actually use in your card making. I've seen a lot of people use almost every aspect of their kit to make cards. It's fun to do either way. So you get your beautiful sentiments, sending a splash of love, readings from My Happy Place, Life is Better at the Lake, It's Your Birthday, Relax and Enjoy, Wish You Were Here, and Jump In. Really gets me is I love the silhouettes. And you get all kinds of little silhouettes that you can add from even the layering stamps. You can use the outer part as a silhouette. You get this little Loch Ness monster, the man in the boat, the kids jumping, the reeds, the ducks, the life preserver, everything. Now the layering stamps are also really fun. You get a mountain that you can layer. You get the top layer and the bottom layer. You'll get the little dock, which gives you a beautiful effect. The water ripples. You get also the little tree line. And look at the little buoy line. Isn't that kind of cool? And you've got these wonderful little dies back here. Half of them go on top of your items in the kit for the stamps, and then you've got these two little independent ones on the bottom here that are just for cutting out an outline. So they're independent. They're to add extra dimension to your layering. And it's kind of cool. And you get this beautiful, kind of kit contents that tells you everything you have in this kit so that if you don't know what it is, you can see what it is. I love that Hero Art started doing this because it's kind of nice if you keep it in your envelope and you try to save it, it's a way for you to know what came in that kit. So let's open up this little packet and we'll see more detail what we've got. Got these dies. Let me get everything out of our way here. So I'm just going to pop those off. And they always connect them together. So I'm going to cut them out and I'll show you what they all look on top. And there is our stamps. And they always put beautiful photo backgrounds behind their kits. So if you've never had a Hero Arts kit, this is what you're going to get. So look at that beautiful background. Isn't that pretty? Gives you some inspiration for while you're making your cards. A lot of people actually use these in their cards as well as the stamps around them. So very fun. So let me cut these out and I will show you what you got. So like I said, you get these little independent dies. You get a tree line, which you can cut out of paper. You can even probably emboss it onto a stamp layer if you really wanted to. You get also this little mountain cliff that you can also do that. Isn't that pretty? These will even cut into a little bit and give you some definition of where the mountains are. So these are little dies that cut out your tree line and your mountain. It does not work for the little one. You're going to have to only use it for the outer layer. Though I probably think you could probably use it for the mountain one. Now you get almost all your silhouettes having a cutout. Now the only ones I noticed was the Loch Ness Monster and the birds. But even the little fish, the ducks, the life preserver, they all have dies in the buoy up top. So really cool. That's a lot for what you've got in this for stamp images. But look at the little duck. Now I can understand why they probably didn't do these, the Loch Ness Monster and birds, because they would be hard to put them together after you cut them. But look at that. Isn't that fun? So you've really got a lot for what is usable for cutting. So this is a really cute kit. I'm really excited to see it. But look at that. You can layer these up. You could just leave them as silhouettes. It's going to be really cool to make cards with this. And that will be happening in the next couple weeks. I mean, you can do different things with these layers. You can make some fun things with it. You could just do the tree line and the mountain and not do anything behind it with the die cut. You could layer it all up and do multiple layers. You can do these little frame things, these little extra little dies on the bottom. But how do you cut them up? Tin snips. If you are buying dies and stuff and they are connected, I would recommend tin snips. These are huge. You could get them in multiple sizes. There are more smaller ones also. I just chose the most heavy duty ones I could get. And you need a magnetic cup. You can buy magnetic cups in the auto centers a lot of times, but I'll show you a trick. I got this little wire cup because for the longest time I had a metal cup and it broke. So I just got some really strong magnets, and you can buy different kinds of magnets on eBay or different things. I just got some strong ones that I had from a kit for a project, and I put them on the bottom of my metal cup, and voila, you've got yourself a magnetic cup. These are not going to come out if you knock it over. I sometimes keep my paper clips in there, and nothing's going to come out. It's a safe way to keep your little shards because those little shards can get sharp. So definitely invest in that. And you get this little fun way of keeping your stuff in. So you can cut your things out and have those leftovers taken out. So definitely worth investing with if you've never owned dies and you're trying to figure out how do I cut them out. Don't use scissors. It's horrible. It just comes up out. So let me get these little people back where they belong because I kind of knocked them out when I took the magnets off. So this is what you get for your stamps. Isn't that fun? And your dies. I am so excited you can even cut out the little reads, all kinds of fun stuff. And I'm so excited to get that done and show you some cards. Now, I had taken a little hiatus because my kids and I were having some summertime together. And now we're going to get back into gear and make some cards, and we're going to have fun with this. I'm only going to be doing this kit for Hero Arts. I'm not going to do multiple kits in a row again like we were doing last time. And I wanted to show all their goodies that come in this kit because it is just a beautiful kit. It is currently sold out as far as I know, unless they've got more in the warehouse. But if you did get access to it or find some, even if you want to pay more on eBay, I'm sure some people are going to be selling their kits on eBay. One way to get it if you want to spend a little extra money. But this is all you get. And I am going to say you can even use the backdrop. A lot of people cut these out and make a layer over it or use it in the background of their shaker cards. I like to keep mine and put them in my Avery and Elle envelopes so that way I have my kit contents in there. So I'll show you what I do. I put it in there like they come in the kit with that, and then I put the dies usually in the back. Any extra paper and stuff I usually store elsewhere. This way I know what I had in the kit. I can see it and it keeps it all together really nicely. But some people like to use them for their backdrops. Just wanted to put that out there. And so look at, even this raffia is really fun. So you can make a little bow with it. But this is all you get in the kit. And honestly, it's a lot for $34.99. Just some of the inks alone would cost that. The stamp set would cost that. And you get this beautiful embossing powder. That's usually a $6.99 value right there. So really fun stuff. So I can't wait to make cards with it and show you what it does. So let me show you that cool embossing powder again and what it kind of is. It's like a chameleon powder to me almost, because it doesn't look it, but it will be very beautiful for the water effects or even on the white as a water effect if you did on white paper. So depending on what effect you want, you can get both. Isn't that kind of cool? Kind of a chameleon. That's what I can only think about is it's like a chameleon powder. It matches its background. I hope if you got the kit, you're going to stay tuned to see all the fun cards we're going to make. And if you haven't, take advantage next time or join for the subscription service they have where you can get it every month guaranteed if you are a kit lover. And I think you get free shipping that way too. So very well worth it. I think this kit will be really good later on for Christmas cards or even Father's Day cards if you save it for next year. So if you liked this video, please check out the last video we uploaded. Also check out one that's specially curated just for you. And like always, we welcome you to ring for notifications, and subscribe. And check out our Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and soon to be WordPress.